Hey guys, welcome back to another Lucy vlog. It's been a long time since I've said that. I guess I haven't made a video for this channel in a good couple of months now. There's no particular reason for that. We've just been very busy with a lot of life things and with our other channels. So welcome back to my channel, the Lucy vlog. Today I wanted to start a little series of videos. It's a 5-part series all about health, all about my personal health and some changes I've made recently, some things I've tried, some drastic weight loss that's happened in the past couple of years. I say drastic because you don't realize it, but when you're living in your body every day, but when you look back at pictures, I feel like I look like a completely different person to who I was a couple of years ago. So if you're new around here, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. And if you can give the video a thumbs up as well, that would be awesome. I'm going to be uploading the next few videos over the coming days. And if you hit the bell notification button, you can be notified when I upload these videos. So these are not health advice. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm no one that can give scientific advice legally. I don't know exactly what I'm talking about, but I'm purely talking about my own experiences, what's worked for me, what hasn't worked for me, and I've had a lot of questions on my diet and my exercise routine, things like that. So I wanted to do a series of videos to share them with you guys. So I want to talk to you guys today how I went from looking like this to looking like this. And I'm not saying one looks better than the other, or it's not like cosmetically different, but I mean in terms of how I feel so much better now. And I feel healthier and more agile, more flexible in so many ways. I do prefer how I look now compared to before, but keep watching this video if you'd like to find out how. Welcome to part one. Part one is all about how I've lost 23 pounds of, I'd say mainly fat loss from that. And also I've managed to go from not having any abs or definition in my stomach at all to having, I mean, it's not a 6-pack, but I could say I have some abs. They come in and out depending on what I've eaten, how much water I've had. They're not like rock solid 6-pack abs, but it is something I'm very proud of because it's something I never thought I'd have. So this is a little breakdown of how that's happened for me, and I'd love to hear any thoughts you have in the comments below, if any of these things have worked for you or not. Maybe you've got other tips or other things that you like to do to keep feeling good and healthy. And again, for me, it's not all about how I look at all. It's about my physical health inside, my heart health, my body, and doing everything I can to stay fit. Of course, it comes down to balance as well, but we'll get onto that later. So point number one. So the first one that I'd say that's really helped me to lose a lot of body fat is intermittent fasting. So I generally eat, I mean, I'm not super strict on it, but I generally eat between the hours of around 1 p.m. until around 7 p.m. So I fast for 18 hours and I eat for 6 hours. It doesn't mean that I'm eating less. I'm still having the right amount of calories for me, and I'm not in any way like skipping breakfast or anything like that. I'm still having my 3 meals a day, but I am eating in a shorter amount of time. There's a huge amount of benefits to intermittent fasting for your health and also for obviously losing weight as well. I like to break my fast with something healthy, maybe a green juice or an omelette or something like that. And I have my breakfast around 1 or 2, I have my lunch around 4 or 5, and then I have dinner around 6. So you kind of get quite full, but you do need to make sure you're getting all your nutrients in the day. So I eat within a very short space of time. So just to read off a few facts here, just from Google about the benefits of intermittent fasting. It changes the function of cells, genes and hormones, which is very sciencey. It can reduce insulin resistance, lowering your risk of type 2 diabetes. It can reduce oxidative stress and inflammation on the body. It may be beneficial for heart health. It induces various cellular repair processes. So there's a ton of things here. Even says it can prevent cancer, which is crazy. It's good for your brain. It can prevent Alzheimer's disease. It may extend your lifespan, helping you live longer. So there's like, it just made so much sense to me. Not only did it work with my lifestyle, it has so many benefits. And if you wanted to try it, you can start out doing like, I don't know, eating for 10 hours and fasting, or eating for 8 hours. You don't have to go in like this. I mean, some people do it 20 hours fasting, 4 hours eating, which is like the next extreme, and I have done that before, but I find that the 6-hour eating and 18-hour fast works best for me. So the second thing I've done is pretty much cutting out sugar from my diet. I mean, if it's a birthday, it was George's birthday recently, we had cake, and we do occasionally have ice cream. We're not like super strict, but over the past couple of years I have totally cut out, I don't have sugar in my coffee. We generally don't order sugary things. We don't eat dessert very often. We really try to reduce as much sugar as we can. Point number 3 is working out, daily walking. I try to do around 10,000 steps per day if I can, but obviously we've been in and out of lockdowns, so it can be difficult based on like regulations and whether we can go outside or not. But generally, if I can't do walking, I'll try and do some sort of cardio here in our condo just to keep me moving. Back when the gyms were still open, I do a lot of called HIIT training, like HIIT sprints. So I do 30-second sprinting, 30 seconds off for like 10 minutes. That's really good as well. But just generally trying my best to keep moving, even just doing random stretches throughout the day and squats and lifting things, doing home workouts, doing some weight stuff here. And again, when the gym was open, I was working out 5 days a week and having 2 rest days as well. Once the gyms come back open, maybe I can share things like workout routines on here. I mean, right now I'm just trying my best in the lockdown to keep moving every day as much as I can. And again, just do what's right for you with exercising. I think a lot of people much prefer weights, a lot prefer cardio. I quite like a combination of the two, but when a gym is available to me, weights are definitely my go-to. Something else I have done kind of accidentally is really reducing my carbohydrate intake. I haven't stopped eating carbs. I haven't done any sort of keto diets. I don't think that would work for me personally, but I went from probably having carbs 3 times per day to 1 or 2. So I might have an omelette in the morning and then maybe some sort of carb dish in midday with some protein and veg or something, and then maybe no carbs in the evening or a smaller amount. So I find carbs are better for me at the beginning or the middle of the day as opposed to the end. But I've definitely reduced the amount of carbs I've had, and I've really increased my healthy fats, so my extra virgin cold pressed olive oils, my nuts, my avocados, and I've increased my vegetable intake, my protein intake, and slightly reduced my carbohydrates. I think keto works very well for a lot of people, but it didn't quite fit into my lifestyle. I've had a lot of less processed and fried foods. I mean, it may sound like I'm stating the obvious here, but I really do notice a difference. And then now if I have fried food or processed food, I find I don't feel good. I almost have like a food hangover the next day. I wake up and I feel groggy. I feel like I can't get out of bed. I get sluggish and more tired easily. So it's such a real thing. And I think there's this misconception, and I'm completely guilty of this, that you treat yourself to a McDonald's or you treat yourself to, I don't know, a big tub of ice cream, and yes, it feels like a treat at the time, but really you're not doing your body any good. But again, in moderation, it's still good to enjoy things and enjoy yourself. But I honestly find that cutting out as much fried and processed food as possible has really helped me, and just trying to eat raw or non-processed foods from the earth, I think they call it. So kind of a food how it should be, as opposed to like being put through some sort of machine and made into a different shape or whatever it is. And my final point is actually kind of a little bit contradictory, I suppose, to myself, but it's not being too drastic. For some people, maybe going like super hard into a diet can kickstart them into it, and I think that's great, and starting hard is probably a good thing. But for me, in order for it to be a lifestyle and something that I continue, I can't cut out the things I enjoy. I love chocolate, I enjoy eating ice cream, I do like to eat like some Japanese fried foods and stuff, so I'm not gonna completely cut them out my diet, because then I'll crave them so bad and then I'll just end up binging every single weekend. So for me, going in at the right pace and still treating myself when I feel like I want to has worked really well. It's meant that I've not had this kind of bad relationship with food that I think if I went in really strict, for me, I think I'd struggle with a lot. So that's kind of the end of the video today. I'd love to hear any of your thoughts below. Again, I'm not giving medical advice, scientific advice. I'm purely sharing with you what I did to lose this weight, and I believe that's the main things I did. We are in the Philippines right now and it's a very hot country, so maybe some daily sweating on our walks has added to this as well. And just generally having a job where we're moving around a lot more as opposed to sitting at my old job in an office. I just kind of sat down for a lot of the day. Now we edit for like a couple of hours, but we're all obviously out doing things quite a lot of the time as well. So I'm sure there's some more factors that come into play. But that's the end of the video. So if you're looking forward to the next video, don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up. There'll be 4 more in this little series I'm doing, and I hope you enjoyed it today. Let me know in the comments what else you'd like to see on this channel. If you've got any questions or if you'd like a specific video talking about a topic, please do let me know. And I'll see you very soon in another Lucy vlog. Goodbye.